In this video, we're going to take a look at the relationships in Service Manager. This feature provides you with the ability to link different entities to one another. This could be requests to requests, requests to services, etc. So let's start by having a look at where these are created. So in the admin console, under configuration, we can drill in and see the relationship option. Inside there we have two tabs available. First and foremost, we have the relationship types. These are the two sides to each relationship link that we want to create. So for example here we might create caused by and causes, which we're going to later link as a pair. Equally we might use something like fixed by and fixes, or impacted and impacted by, but it's entirely up to you what type of relationship types you create. When those have been created, we can come together and pair those relationship types together and also specify what type of relationship feature we want to utilize. So here we've said impact and impacted by will be created as a request to service pairing, whereas the other ones, causes, caused by, fixed by, fixes, etc., will be request to request. This is important because when we have the option to associate a service to a request, we'll only be presented with those relationship links which are deemed request to service, and equally when we are relating or linking a request to a request, we shall only see those which are deemed request to request. In my example here, you will see that I have not only created the pairings, but I've also created the reverses of those pairings, so causes and caused by and causes, because we may need these depending on how we're linking requests together, either from the parent to the child or from the child to the parent. So with that in mind, let's take a look at how this works in practice. So we'll go in here and we'll have a look at a change, and we'll look at both of these features. So here against this existing change, if we have a look at the linked services, we can see here that there's already an existing service linked to this change over and above the service against which this change was logged. So here we can see it was logged against the desktop support service, but we've used the relationship to mark this additional service as being impacted. Through the linked service option at the top here, we could go ahead and we could also, for argument's sake, say that the printer service was impacted, and the available list of relationships will be presented here, derived from the request to service relationship link that we created in the admin console. If we go ahead and then associate that printer's service to this request, we can see the relationship. Now, if we drill down on either one of these related services and have a look at the service record, we can also see under the request tab not only the requests which were directly logged against this particular service, but equally those where this service was impacted by requests. And here we can see change 224. If we go back up to that change and look at this from a linked request perspective, and again we have a look here, we can see that there is already an existing problem that has been linked to this change, and we can see here that this problem will be fixed by this particular change. It may be a case that we also want to see what incidents or changes have actually been caused by this change being released, in which case when we go to our link request, and if we did a search for email here, and we might find some results. Here we can see a couple of incidents that have been created. When I now go to my link option, I will see the choices or the relationship links that are available to me, again based on the request to request relationship type. So here I might want to say that this incident has been caused by this change, so I'm going to make that selection, and in doing so here we can see that this incident is now linked using that relationship type. If we drill down into that incident and we look at the reverse, here we'll see from an instant perspective, this is where we can visualize that it was in fact this change that causes this particular incident. So when we look at our options again, if we were, for argument's sake, looking for a problem that fixes this incident, we would use the fix rather than fix by option that is presented. Thanks for watching.